FM. Welcome to this week's episode of Unbreakable, a program designed and produced by Udim King Education Foundation, a non-governmental organization. We continue our campaign towards building academic self-confidence in our children. Unbreakable is necessitated on the premise of the huge scale of examination malpractice in our society and the nation at large, which unfortunately has been greatly promoted by school administrators, principals, and subject teachers alike, and even painfully powered by our parents. Today we continue our campaign to empower parents and educators to help build self-confidence in our beloved children and rescue them from the clutches of the evil society of examination malpractice practitioners, SEMP. Today we'll be discussing the huge benefits to building academic self-confidence in children when parents give age-appropriate independence to their children. My name remains Effiong Innocent Inyobo, your regular host. With me in the studio to do justice to this topic are our lovely mother, co-founder and vice president of Udim King Education Foundation. She is no other person than Mrs. Udim Innocent Inyobo. Mrs. Udim, please, you are welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Fion. Good morning, our dear listeners.
Next to Mrs. Udim is a regular voice on this program, a mother, an astute and very passionate teacher. She is a seasoned French teacher. She is Mrs. Patrick Ihoma. Bonjour, Madame Patrick.
Bonjour monsieur, merci, c'est un plaisir. Bonjour à tous.
Bienvenue
Merci
à
beaucoup.
Unbreakable.
Merci, merci.
Well, that is all my French can take me. And next is our father in the house, a lover and a passionate trainer of children, Mr. Adebola Olajide. Mr. Adebola, you are welcome to Unbreakable.
Good morning, Mr. Effiong. Good morning, our listeners at home. I'm delighted to be here.
Okay, just before we dive in, let's send a message to our listeners. Okay.
We know you do it to protect us from failure, from shame, and from leaving school with poor grades. We know you do it to protect us from failure, from shame, and from leaving school with poor grades. We see your intentions, but this is no longer protection. It's overprotection, a hindrance to self-confidence. When we are shielded too much academically, we miss the opportunity to truly learn. We hide behind the assurance of good grades without putting in real effort. And what's the result? A child who enters higher institution with zero self-confidence. A child who drowns in a sea of challenges because they were never taught how to swim. Our dear teachers, please change this trend. Help us grow. Teach us. Empower us with knowledge. Help us build our self-confidence. We know you can do it. Please stop writing our exams for us. Stop sneaking answers into the exam hall. Help us become independent. Because when we get A's we can't defend, we become easy targets for pressure, confusion, and negative influences on campus. Oh, our dear teachers, please help us. Our future seriously depends on it.
That was a passionate plea. Please, our teachers, kindly help our children. Teach them well. They will understand. So let's dive straight into the business of the day. Mr. Adebola, I come to you first. What does it mean for a parent to give a child independence? Yes, independence, because I thought only countries do get independence. All right.
Thank you once again, Mr. Effiong. Please, individuals also do get independence. It's not only a country that gets independent. Without individuals, there will be no community or society. Of course, there will be no country.
Okay, now, go ahead and tell us.
Giving children independence means allow them to make choices, allow them to take responsibility for their actions, and allow them to develop self-reliance. This approach tends to help children build confidence in themselves. It tends to help them develop problem-solving skills and also help children become more self-reliant, self-sufficient.
Thank you. You have just mentioned 3 characteristics. One, you mentioned that giving children independence tends to help them develop confidence in themselves, help them develop problem-solving skills, and lastly, you said independence to children will help a child become more self-sufficient.
Yes.
Am I right?
Exactly.
I'm interested in the last one. So, before we dig deep to see how independence can lead to these beautiful characteristics, kindly let us, myself and our listeners, know what it means for a child to be self-sufficient.
Thank you very much. Self-sufficiency in children refers to their ability, number one, to take care of themselves.
Okay?
Number two, to make decisions.
All right?
And number three, to complete tasks independently, to complete a task independently, or does it on their own. This skill set is essential for building confidence, developing problem-solving abilities, and preparing children for future success.
Preparing them for future success, right?
Yes, you are very correct.
Can you tell us what kind of problem a child wants to solve? That unless the parents grant him or her independence, that child cannot solve the problem.
Thank you. Maybe I should first mention key aspects of self-sufficiency in children.
Right.
Number one, daily living skills. I'm referring to the ability to perform daily tasks such as dressing, feeding, and personal hygiene.
Okay.
A child who does not have independence to do these things will still continue to depend or rely on the parents or the caregiver to dress him or her, cut him or her, and cut his or her nails and other personal daily stuff.
Oh.
Number two, this is the ability to think critically and solve problems independently. The child does not have to wait for or to be told or directed on which of his or her own work to handle first. And then number three is the ability to make informed decisions and choices. The child doesn't have to wait for the parent to decide on what choices of course of study to pick. The parents can guide, but they don't have to make the choice for them.
That's a very, very strong one there. Okay?
And lastly, which is number 4, time management. Ability to prioritize tasks and manage time effectively. The child knows what assignment he has to deliver. He takes charge and knows which ones to handle first. A dependent child will just sit there and return to school without getting his homework done if mommy or daddy wasn't at home on time to tell him or her what to do or which one to do first. And you will agree with me that these characteristics are the fundamental reasons most parents take their children to the boarding houses so that they can.
Okay. Thank you very much. I give up, but not completely. Let's quickly read out the phone numbers. If I give you time, you will just continue to go on and on and on. Let's read out the phone numbers for our listeners to call in. Please, our dear listeners, very soon we will open the phone lines. You'll be informed once it's time to call. But for now, let me just call out the numbers. 090-6000-4945. I take it again. 090-6000-4945. The second number 090-6000-5945. 090-6000-5945. And then I give you a WhatsApp number to call, just to send your messages. 0708 208 4335. 0708 208 4335. I can see a call coming in. Please hold on. Just in about 5 minutes or so, we'll open the phone lines. Thank you. Busy student, I can see you were nodding your head in agreement when Mr. Adebola was talking. Now to you, are we now saying that it is not a good thing if the parent does not give the child independence? Does it prevent the child from performing well in his or her academics?
Well, I think this brings us to the topic of the day: not giving a child age-appropriate independence and its effect on the self-confidence of the child. Let me start by first saying that not giving a child age-appropriate independence can have stagnant or significant consequences on their development, on their confidence, and on their future success. You see, when children are not given the autonomy to make decisions, when they are not given the opportunity to take risk and learn from their mistakes, they can struggle with one, lack of confidence. They can struggle with overdependence on others and several more. A child who is not given age-appropriate independence is simply being overprotected. This takes us back to the topic of parents overprotecting a child, which we discussed about 3 episodes ago in this program. Overprotecting a child means shielding them excessively from potential harm, shielding them from challenges, or shielding them from failures, often to the point of limiting their autonomy, limiting their independence, and limiting their opportunities for growth.
Seriously?
Yes, very serious. You see, when a child is overprotected, the child tends to develop self-doubt. The child tends to believe that he or she does not have the ability to do things without being helped. This finally leads the child to having a poor self-esteem, a look down on himself or herself.
That's not fair.
At all. Another consequence of not giving children age-appropriate independence is delayed development. Such children may not develop essential skills needed for problem solving and decision making.
Thank you very much, madam. Now, Mrs. Patrick, Udip just mentioned a very strong term. I'm talking about delayed development. Please, can you help us point out which areas of a child's life can suffer delayed development when the child is not given age-appropriate independence?
Thank you, Mr. Effiong. You see, when children are not given independence, it can lead to delayed development in several areas. One is social skills. A child who experiences limited interactions with peers and adults can suffer from poor development of social skills. Examples are communication skill. They have difficulty expressing thoughts, needs, and wants. Assertiveness, that's another one, assertiveness skill. Struggling to express opinions, to set boundaries, or to say no. Conflict resolution skills. Okay, now initiating interactions where they experience hesitancy to start conversation or play with others.
Yeah. They find it difficult to even discuss.
Yes, please.
Even to ask questions in class.
In class, yes, they are so withdrawn.
Oh.
Cooperation skill. They struggle to work together like as a team or a pair or group, share or take turns. The second is emotional intelligence. Such children may struggle to recognize, understand, and manage their emotions. Another one is problem-solving skills. Overprotection can prevent children from developing critical thinking and problem-solving abilities.
Okay.
A very sensitive one is self-confidence.
Which is what our main concern.
Yes. Children may feel incapable or incompetent, leading to low self-esteem.
Hmm.
This seriously hinders academic growth.
Very, very seriously.
Yes.
So when a child suffers delayed development in these areas you have mentioned, what are the consequences?
Thank you. Delayed development in these areas of a child's life results in difficulty with transitions.
Okay.
What do I mean by this? Well, because of the lack of flexibility, children with delayed development may struggle to adapt to new situations or environments. They tend to find it difficult to adjust to a new class, a new teacher, a new topic, and this is not good for academic development of a child. Still on difficult transitions, because they may not have developed effective coping strategies to deal with change or stress, they readily fall victim of increased anxiety.
All this because they have been depending on their parents.
Yes.
Oh.
A little uncertainty can cause a child who is often dependent to become anxious, making transitions more challenging.
Very, very challenging, of
Yes.
course. Well, at this point, we can tell our callers, our listeners rather, you can start calling in. The phone lines are now open to call in. Let's continue, Mrs. Udin. What advice do you have for parents as to how to solve this problem of not giving children age-appropriate independence? I think you hold on a bit. There is a call on this line. Hello, good morning. Good morning. You're welcome to Unbreakable. Mister? Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. We are very grateful for your call. I believe the religious leaders and institutions are listening to this. There is serious moral decadence in the society. I think they have to wake up to their responsibility. Okay, Mr. Student, where was I? I was asking, what advice do you have for parents as to how to solve this problem of not giving children age-appropriate independence?
Thank you, Mr. Fion.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. To foster independence and confidence in children, parents can, one, encourage decision making. That is, parents should allow children to make simple choices, gradually increasing the complexity as they grow. Two,
Okay, okay.
yes, two, assign age appropriate responsibilities.
Hmm?
Here, parents should give children tasks that match their abilities, promoting therefore a sense of accomplishment and responsibility.
That's very correct. That's very correct.
3. Praise effort, not just success. Parents should focus on effort and progress the child put into their studies rather than just focusing on results. By doing this, they tend to encourage resilience and motivation.
Okay.
4. Support problem solving. Parents should encourage children to think critically and come up with solutions to problems.
Yeah, not always thinking for them.
No. When they come home with assignment, they should let them do the thinking while they just guide, not doing the assignments for them
children.
completely. Yes. And 5, model confidence and independence. Parents should demonstrate confident behavior and independence. That means they have to do this themselves.
Okay.
This is very important as children learn from observing their parents. You see, by adopting these strategies, parents can help children develop the confidence and independence needed to excel academically and even beyond.
I particularly love the last one, that parents should lead by example. Because our children tend to mimic our behavior.
Exactly.
You stay on the phone, you are right at home, you receive a call, you say, I am not at home. And the child is looking at you and is learning. And then tomorrow when the child begins to tell you some lies, you are angry, liar. And where did you pick this one from? When you keep telling lies right in the presence of the child, sometimes you even tell the child, go and tell him I'm not at home. So we should be very careful with this. Mr. Debola, please, what advice do you have for our parents?
Thank you, Mr. Effiong. Parents can encourage what we call self-directed learning, SDL. And what do I mean by self-directed learning? Self-directed learning is an educational approach where individuals take control of their learning process. They take control of setting goals. They take control of choosing resources and evaluating progress of the success made. This method helps to foster independence, motivation, and critical thinking skills. It allows learners to develop at their own pace.
And how can parents encourage self-directed learning, SDL, as you say?
Number 1, they should set goals. You set clear goals, which are in this form: measurable. That is, the goal should be measurable, achievable.
Let's take this call, please. I'm sorry about
Okay, thank you.
Hello, caller. Good morning. You're welcome to Unbreakable, sir. Please, what's your name and your location, please? From Iduran. Okay. Go ahead, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. My head is swelling. Let's try and make it very fast. I will not give you more than a minute. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate your timeliness. Okay, Mr. Debra, can just continue, please.
Yeah, quickly. I just want to mention a few things, just 5 points. They should help the children to set specific goals goals that are specific, that are measurable, that's number 2, that are achievable,
Okay.
and they're relevant, and they are time bound.
Okay.
We call this SMART by mnemonics.
Okay.
Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant to their goal, and
Time bound. Okay.
They should foster independence by encouraging children to take ownership of their learning journey.
Okay.
They should provide children with diverse learning materials and tools.
Mm.
Parents should serve as models. They
Yes.
should model self-directed learning
Themselves.
by demonstrating self-directed learning behaviors themselves,
Yes.
such as pursuing personal interest and learning new skills.
And the children will just watch them a bit.
Then they take after that.
Okay.
As the children watch them do this, they learn by observation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Debola. That was a great academic work.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Patrick, you want to tell parents how to give children age-appropriate independence? Please try and make it brief, but not too fast.
Okay, just to further emphasize on what has been said so far. When giving children independence, that's number 1, parents should start small. They should first assess the child's readiness by evaluating the child's ability to handle independence. They should then gradually give children more independence as they demonstrate responsibility. If not, children can abuse it. Secondly, parents should offer children choices. They should provide children with options such as choosing topics for projects or selecting extracurricular activities.
Okay.
Children should then be allowed to pick their choice. Thirdly, setting clear expectations. Parents should establish clear goals and expectations, after which children are allowed to make informed decisions.
Okay. Just a one more, please.
Okay, the last one, parents should help children reflect on their decisions, identifying what worked well and what didn't work well. This way, they begin to learn how to evaluate their choices.
That's a very wonderful one.
Yes, by allowing children to take age-appropriate decisions, parents can significantly impact their children's academic self-confidence. Children are happy when they feel empowered to make choices and become more self-sufficient.
Thank you very much. We are actually running out of time. So I'll say as parents, we strive to provide our children with the best possible education, nurturing their academic growth and development. One crucial aspect of this process is allowing children to take age-appropriate decisions in their academics. By giving children the autonomy to make choices, parents can foster a sense of responsibility, sense of self-confidence and motivation, ultimately leading to what? Improved academic performance and a lifelong love of learning. Now let's quickly take another message and to our parents and teachers. Let's take this.
Every child is teachable. Teach him well and he will understand. Let teachers not abuse the standard, but devise methods that lead to academic truth. Let them search, let them shape, let them find ways to bring light to the child of the future. Let them be noble and virtuous in layering the blocks and foundation of knowledge, so they will have no reason to assist in malpractice. Every child is teachable. Teach him well and he will understand. Exam is not the true test of knowledge, but the true test of understanding. What if a child stumbles or stands confused? We can ask, is there a gap in learning or a lag in teaching? Every child is teachable. Teach him well and he will understand. Let school owners rise to their call. Employ adequate teachers with good ethics. Equip schools with needed materials, not just buildings, but builders. But where the student has not learned, then surely the teacher has not taught. Every child is teachable. Teach him well, and he will understand.
That's all we can take for today. Until next week, it is goodbye from Unbreakable.